Hi there, I'm Jeannie Street. It's my life mission to connect you to your soul's truth and to the miracles that will heal all the broken pieces from within you, causing you to feel alone in your life. We live in a world that has taught us it's okay to live as if we're separate beings from God. The separation stories continue, and they tell us that you are disconnected from your departed loved ones and angels, as if life was meant to live lonely, hard, and even joyless at times. And while the fact is that we all have soul lessons and life experiences to navigate through, the idea that you're supposed to do it all alone, that's an untruth. I know because my angels guided me out of my own isolated, painful life and into an abundant one. No more feeling unsupported, lonely, or sad. I've got you. It's why you are here and why God put me on this earth, to remind you that you are not alone, that your soul is infinite, and you are meant to thrive, not just survive. I invite you into my world of conversation, messages from heaven, guidance from your angels, and inspirational readings and moments that will fill your heart and soul with God's grace and love. Get ready for pure miracle moments to flow into your life. Welcome to Angels Don't Lie. Yay, 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 yay. I'm super excited. I'm so happy to have my dear friend, Stephanie Stanton here. Stephanie and I go way back, like 6 years?
It's been a while. It has.
But I feel like such a close connection with you, like a sisterhood. We started working when I had, back in the day when I had In Spirit Guys, and you'll recognize her work because she's my photographer. So all of the photos on my website and in the ads and, on social media and stuff are from Stephanie.
Yay.
Yes, she's my intuitive, she's a life coach, she's a photographer, and she's just a badass. I can say it out loud. So I'm going to let her kind of take over, and we're so happy that you're all here. So you're going to love this. It's next level receiving. And here she is, Stephanie Stanton. Drum roll.
Yay. Hi, guys. It's so fun to be on this side because when I had you on my radio show, I was like, thank God I'm interviewing Jeannie because she's the most amazing speaker ever. And now I feel like, yay, I get to get interviewed because we love facilitated conversation. We love it. But it's nice to meet you all. My name is Stephanie Stanton. I call myself a visibility coach for intuitive women. And I do different things. I do mindset coaching. I do personal branding photography. I call it purpose branding photography. And I help women just trust their intuition more, own their value more, embody their brand more. And that can be women who are in business or not. We all have a brand we got to own and live that life authentically. So that's what I help women do.
And I love also that you also do like this photo shoot for women to really empower them. And it's kind of like not just like typical like boudoir, whatever you call those type of photos, but it's really about her personality. And can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I got to give you the story of boudoir for a while because this was like, I knew when I became a photographer, like immediately I wanted to shoot boudoir. Like I did lots of portraits, lots of weddings, but I knew immediately that I was drawn to boudoir. Like I used to be obsessed with this like 1910s, 1920s photographer, Alfred Cheney Johnston, who would just take nude photos of women in the most empowered, beautiful light. And I was just always drawn to the liberation of boudoir photography. And I think it was like multi-level. Like one is I never really thought of myself as like a sensual woman. Like I always thought of myself as a spiritual person, and that did not equate with sexy or sensual at all. So there was part of me like drawn to like liberate women from that. Life's a mirror. Like if we help a woman feel a little bit more comfortable in her sensuality, you also can feel more comfortable in it. So I always loved to work with that. Anything that felt bold I was all about. So before I became a boudoir photographer, I had to get my own boudoir shoot. And I don't even know if I told you the story, Jeannie. Did I tell you this before? I was 24 And I went to a boudoir photography. She's an amazing photographer, Charisse Isis. And it was one of the like most outside my comfort zone experiences ever. She made it really amazing, but it was a big stretch for me to be photographed in that way. And I remember the feeling of like leaving her studio. And I think I called my mom, like, I was like, you will never believe what I just did. Like, I was so proud of myself and so excited. And, you know, I became the woman who did a boudoir shoot. Like, it was like a new version of an identity. And I realized, like, women need this. Women need to know that they're beautiful, that they can like really own it and just shine a little bit more boldly in photos. And so then I was kind of hooked on that. I always did portrait photography, primarily of women. And then I did a layer of boudoir because that just felt edgier to me. There's this other, I know you know this, Jeannie, but there was this other job I had at the same time where I was an adventure facilitator at a treatment center. I was an empowerment coach and adventure facilitator. And I used to do high ropes activities for the clients. And I always said it feels the same if I'm holding, like on belay, a client 30 feet up in the air who's ready to leap. And I'm also having a woman who's having half a panic attack in my studio because she's like about to be photographed in lingerie. Like, it's the same thing. Like, we're just realizing that, you know, like really on the edge of fear of like, can I do this? And it was always so fun. So any coaching photography that had that edge of like redefining what you're capable of and who you are and embodying your sacred divine feminine, like that's what I'm about. So
yeah, and you're so right on that. Like, and you make people feel so comfortable. I have to say, like, I've hooked her up with many of my friends who are in business, and
thank you for that.
And they're all like, well, listen, we have to like support each other, right? And, you know, thank you for, you know, joining my Angel Healer program and adding value to it by your presence, because I know like the girls here too, they can say like, it's amazing and to have you there and to have you share your light, which is
amazing to learn from you.
Perfect, right? But you use your really like really intuitive when you're coaching, when you're in that session. And I never liked the term coaching because I didn't want anybody telling me what to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
Which is the opposite of coaching, but go ahead.
Yeah. But like, I had no idea, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not going to do that. I don't need anybody telling me what to do. That's my feisty, you know, I'll figure it out my way, the hard way. But when I worked with you and I let go a little bit, I went to some places that I didn't expect, and it was super fun. Can you talk a little bit about your process about when you meet somebody and like how you go into that playground with them?
Well, I think that's like my major connection with you is like, we both recognize that it's about the fun. Right? Like, that's the whole point of all of this. Like, that it's about that high vibration, that high frequency, playfulness, fun. And if it's not about that, then like, what the F is the point? And I've loved that. Like, at the minute we met each other, there was like a realization of like, you get me, I get you. Yeah, I just think across the board, like we need to be following the fun, and everything that has really grown me had that element of outside my comfort zone, but also that element of like, ooh, that could be fun. Like, that feels exciting. Right. And that's, I feel like the way, that's how we know it's right for us. If there's a little bit of like, what would that be like, uncertainty, and that lights me the fuck up to think about it. So yeah, I think like coaching, it shouldn't feel hard. Like, yes, a coach should challenge you and shine a light on the truth of like what you've been thinking and stretch you. But it should also feel like play and co-creation, right? Like, it's a dance. Like, we're doing it together and we're getting to a goal together, but it should feel like fun, because life's fucking ridiculous. It really is. It's right. Ridiculous.
And I think that your background, you know, just for me, like your background of working with an addiction facility of people that hold addiction, you know, if we're not like literally addicted to drugs or alcohol, we are addicted to fear. That's, it's
People
really,
pleasing, approval.
yep, it's what I teach, right? And you can hone in because you know the layers of addiction of what we hold on to, what doesn't serve us.
And I know my own addiction to approval and people pleasing. Like I can, we see it in each other, right? Like we can, it's the mirror. We see outside of ourselves what resides within us. And that's why I passionately.
How many people pleasers do we have?
Oh my God. And we attract them because that's like, like that we're overgivers and caretakers. And we've wanted to uplift and be the source of people's happiness. So we also attract those women to us to work with. And thank God, because so I love helping people like put that shit down.
My dogs are chiming in because they really want to be part of this conversation tonight. So we're going to talk about, you really are. And I'm just going to kind of go with you. Next level receiving, and that's a really big topic right now.
Yeah. What the hell does that even mean? Like, right? I don't even know.
Who actually feels like they're receiving right now?
It's so funny, like wording, like today I was sitting with like words like embodiment, authenticity, empowerment, like, and I'm like, all of them are just so alignment, like they're all so overused that I'm like, do we even hear it or understand it anymore? Right. And so I'm trying to find wording that's like saying the same thing but in a new and different way. But yes, next level receiving, this has been the theme of the last couple of years. And you know this because I've worked with you with this, like I need to receive on the next level. Jeannie, help me do that. And I feel like what that means to me is across the board, everything's connected, and allowing myself to realize the truth of it's here right now. And you are a huge teacher of this, of like bringing people to the awareness of love is right here. Love is always available, and removing the blocks to seeing it. And that to me is what we're seeing. It's not necessarily like being, money raining down, and it's realizing that everything's possible, and that right in this moment we can receive everything that we want, like right now, that we don't have to fucking wait anymore. I'm sorry if I'm a swearer.
You're good. I'm all up on that. So
yeah.
Right. So, she's like, yeah, she is.
Like really even good. Like the receiving, I'm like, in receiving, there's like an action of like, it's not here right now. And I think that's really the part of it is it's just tuning to truth, that nothing was ever missing. Nothing was ever the problem, that all is working out for you, that it's all divinely orchestrated, all is well. And that it's safe to follow your desires, that's safe.
Yeah. So that's not a normal thing. Like our desires, we were brought up not thinking that our desires were actually good, like, because for a number of reasons, right?
Right.
For a number of reasons. And from whatever that is for you, whatever that conditioning or whatever, like I said, whatever that is for you. So, but it's not necessarily seen as like an okay thing.
Right.
And I really love, like, I mean, really studying like Bible quotes and going in and learning that God wants us to receive. There is this level of purity and truth when we do it from a soul-centered space.
Right.
And it's not about like, I gotta win the lottery. Right. It's not about getting more stuff.
Right.
It's about
desire. I'm sorry to interrupt. Desire is God-given. It's God-given. It's a desire of the Father. That is God working through us. Like it. Yeah, like it's wanting.
It gets muddied up, right? So the perfect person, I love talking about like the perfect person that you love to work with, because we have so many people tuning in. We got all of our Facebook peeps over there. Hello, loves. And the people that are going to be tuning into the podcast, like, what does she look like?
Oh, my favorite clients. Ooh, it's so good. Well, she's like me, right? Because we all love to work with ourselves and we attract ourselves in people. So she's definitely spiritually driven. She definitely is intuitive. She's waking up to how incredibly powerful she is. She's prioritizing fun. She's releasing the need for approval and people pleasing. She's wanting to again, like realize that nothing is missing, right? There's been a lot of scarcity in her life, maybe a lot of fear of not enough money, not enough value. Like I'm not enough, really a lot of proving herself or trying. And she wants to make that a part of the past and just really walk in embodiment of her brand. And I want to speak to a moment really quick about the brand piece, because I am a personal branding photographer, so I love that sort of putting people's brand out there. But what I mean by a purpose brand is your 2 or 3 or 4 highest values, the feelings you want to feel every day of your life in order to be thriving. And it's different for all of us. I used to do this activity where I help people assess their purpose brand with clients at that treatment center. And within 2 years, I had a stack of sheets on my desk this tall of different people's brands. I would do this activity with 6 people a day over and over and over and over. And it became like an intuitive reading, right? I got really good at like feeling out their brand and like helping them identify it. And I got really like masterful at it. And in all that time, no one ever had the same brand. It shocks me. Like, I think like we all want love, or we all want, they all had different recipes for happiness, all of them. And it's fascinating. So yeah.
I love that. And that goes like in my angel healer training, it's the same thing. Like you can enter it and you're not going to look like the other person sitting next to you. You're going to be uniquely you, and everybody has their own uniqueness. And it's not about being something that you're not, it's about being you. I love
and
that.
I love that you share that so often about accentuating your unique gifts rather than be like you or anyone else walking on this planet right now, but really accentuating your gifts. And I love that.
So Billy put in a question for you. She wants you to speak more about what you mean about truth and turning into the truth. What's
tuning into truth? Tuning into truth. Okay. So I love this. So I'm about, or what has been my work has been really following that inner guidance, right? And I keep it really simple. If I'm feeling good in my body, and if I'm feeling good, I'm usually thinking thoughts and believing things in accordance to what I value, in accordance to what I desire, right? If I'm not feeling good, if I feel constricted, if I feel worried, if I feel like headachy, if I feel my back hurts, Jeannie's felt that in my back, it's because I've been believing a story that's sticky and totally against what I desire. It's a lie against my desires. So I feel like my work is not to necessarily do anything, but to tune to more truth. Like what's truer than that, right? And maybe it's just about being in today, where if I'm like wrapped up, like having some money fears going on, right? Maybe it's about, instead of looking at how to fix everything for the next year, like, am I safe today? Oh, do I have a full fridge? Like, do I have gas tank? Do I live in a beautiful country where there's more than enough? Like, sometimes it's just tuning to the truth of today, where I'm very safe and I'm very taken care of and all my needs are met. So that's what I mean, is like tuning from the lie, which is the story I'm telling myself that's counter to what I desire, and tuning it to something that's more in alignment with what I want to be true. So for example, Jeannie knows I've been doing a lot of work in my intimate relationship with my partner. We've had a rough 4 years. I am suffering when I'm telling myself a story that's really blaming him for my happiness, right? Or or judging him in any way of not meeting my needs or whatever sticky things are there. So it's like about how can I tune to the story that I desire, which I'm very safe having very open, honest conversation with him, that we experience so much playful time, like tuning to that. And it's hard because some people look at it like, well, that's not true, right? I have more than enough evidence where it's not true. There's not enough insert thing here, money, playtime, freedom, whatever it is we're wanting. And so sometimes it's hard to tune, but we just have to find those thoughts that feel like relief, even just a little bit. And I really have been anchoring it in that truth of today. Well, what's true today? Because if I'm not looking from the past, all the past like even just using the example of my partner, like if I'm not carrying 4 years of the relationship into today, and I'm just in today with him, seeing him for who he is today and being who I am today, well, that's clear. Like today, that's a beautiful relationship. There's truth that I'm learning to tune in to today. That's not worry about the future and like judgment about the past. Does that make sense? I don't even know if I explained that at all correctly, but
yeah. And Billy's like, she says, find those thoughts that feel like relief.
Yes, girl.
I love that. She loves that. I think that's, and we're in a mastermind group together as well. And this morning, it's like no coincidence that we're kind of carrying this over into this conversation about being present. And, that was the offering for the group this morning, was like, it's small intentions. It's like you get out of bed and my intention is to be here in this moment while I put my feet on the ground and say my prayer. And then my next intention is to have a cup of coffee. And now we're just, talking about it in a whole new way, like the truth of the moment. And if your intention is plugged in, you're going to be really present.
It's right here. Like all the, I'm waiting to be happy till I have all this money, or I'm waiting to be happy till I have this like amazing relationship, or I'm waiting to be happy until whatever, insert thing here. It's all here if it's like today.
Right.
And I think that's like something, and I've been been hearing this for like ever, but I feel like I'm awakening to it on a deeper level where I'm like, it's much simpler than I thought it was. It's much simpler. But honestly, it has taken my visibility of being vulnerable to women that I trust, such as you and other women in my tribe, where I can say, show me what I'm not seeing. Like, show me where I'm causing myself undue suffering, and them shining the light of like, no one is to blame, and not except you. They're not even saying that no one's to blame. Like, here it is. Like, what do you want to do with this information of like how you're thinking? And like, I loved what you said this morning. It stuck with me all day, Jeannie, about how we're not supposed to be our own healers. Like, we really are supposed to bring it to each other. We're supposed to say like, I'm hurting, show me what I'm not seeing. Right. Because God works through people. And if we're not allowing ourselves to be seen and in our truth, which is sometimes very painful and uncomfortable and imperfect and ugly and messy, then we're not getting that beautiful light of God shining on it saying, do you want to heal this? Do you want to let this, are you ready to let this go? Do you want to surrender this? Because this doesn't have to be your story anymore.
I think that was me, like when I first like started hanging out with you, like I'm not going to do coaching. Like you had a package. It was like coaching and photography. It was like that branding together. And I'm like, no, I don't need that. I need this. And so it was like this, because I'm used to being everything for myself. Like I had to do it. Right.
And you're really good at it.
I'm a mom of four. My husband, I was like a single mom the way I raised my kids, because he was at work literally from like 4:30 in the morning to 7 at night. Like there's, you're doing it when you have 4 kids and then foster kids and whatever.
Yeah. That's another part of my avatar, is the woman who can do it all, is really friggin' good at it, high achieving, a teacher and uplifter for all, like where she doesn't feel like she needs that same support. And you creating this beautiful mastermind, which was so God-given, working through you, like it has changed my life, like to have other spiritual teachers to connect with and be really vulnerable with and say, I don't know how to move forward with this. What do you think?
I love that. I think when we let our guard down a little bit to do something that like we're intrigued by, we're like, ooh, that's interesting. And we don't let the fear lead the way. Instead, we like lean into it a little bit and we're like, all right, let me try it out. And we test the water.
I just like only want to do trigger work with people. Like, what the F's been triggering you these days? Because that essentially in that is the gold.
Well, let's do a little journal prompt with everybody. Let's get everybody thinking.
Love it.
Let's get it, because this is about next level receiving, and those people that maybe are at home or maybe on Facebook. You guys here, what is it? Go ahead, you do it.
Yeah, just like what's triggering you these days? I bet you there's a specific situation, person, place, or thing that's causing you turmoil. What is it? What
Billy's
is
like,
this?
yes.
What is the narrative you're saying? What's the story you're telling? Right? Where are you lying to yourself? So I want to actually like
I don't even think that you might be aware that you're lying to yourself, but like if
mm,
you're more aware, like what is the story you're carrying? Like what is pissing you off? What is it? Yeah. So write that down, and then what do you want them to do?
and then I want to know when they look at it, like what is it they're really desiring? Like what's the truth? What under that is what they're really wanting that they're afraid that they can't have.
Yeah. And why can't you have it?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the big one, right? The why. Because that goes into that storyline of I can't, I don't, I won't, it's not meant for me, I don't have a degree. There's a whole bunch of storyline that goes in that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that.
Or the fear of losing connection with people who hold that same story. It's a big one.
Right? Fear of loss in general, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Fear of losing who you think you are. It's really unsettling to lose. That's like if you've been holding a story of scarcity your entire life, there's not enough money, there's not enough money, there's not enough money, to leave that behind, that's a huge part of your identity. That's like deeply unsettling to be on the other side of that. Right. Until it's not, right? But like there's fear in that, like that's uncomfortable. And every time we tune up to a new identity, there's discomfort in that. That's a stretch. We have to learn who we are now.
Right. And when you're redoing a belief system, when you're reprogramming that for yourself, it takes awareness and patience to really see like how deep seated it is.
How frustrated we can get with the levels of it, right? Like I feel like I've been teaching and learning the same goddamn thing for 15 years. But it's like, it is what it is. It's like, but it still feels fresh to me. It still feels like, oh, like I got it now. And probably in a couple months, I'll get it on another new level. But that it's like, there's that mastery, right? Of that.
Yeah, you get a master's degree of your own life.
Self-mastery, really. Yeah,
seriously. So in order to get that next level receiving, this is really the work you have to do, right?
Yeah. So that's what was making me crazy about the words, was like you were like give me a couple steps to make that happen. And I'm like, I do have in my coaching program, like this steps, but I was like looking at the words and I'm like, there's 3 steps. What words would they be? And still they don't feel completely accurate, but I'll give them to you. And so the first one is that clarity on your desires, right? That clarity on your purpose brand. What the heck do you want? And we think we know what we want, but we sometimes don't really know what we want. Because if you don't crave it with your entire being, if you don't crave it with your whole body, it's not really what you really want, right? It's probably what you've been conditioned to want or told you want, or have held the story of what you want for way.
Or a popular belief, like going around, right?
This is what you should want. Yeah. So it's like clarity on that purpose. What do you want? What are those core desired feelings? What are those core values? And that clarity comes from like talking it out with someone. Like we need to create space to make that happen, or journaling it out. If anyone, by the way, wants to know their purpose brand, just message me and I will send you a video I have that's walking you through each and every step to get to your purpose brand. I'll just send it to you. But it needs space. It needs to flush it out with someone or a journal. You need to sit with it and feel it, because you will know the inner ding, 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 ding when you hit those highest values, those core desired feelings. Like, you know it, it's unquestionable. You just can feel it. So that's sort of that first step, right? Clarity on that. We need to know what the heck you want. The second thing is that, again, embodiment. It's like such an overused word, but like tuning your energy to be that new identity, right? To be her now, to stop waiting till, the thing that you're waiting for arrives, to be her now, how would she feel? Taking on those feelings of her now, and stop telling the story that has you waiting to feel happy until that thing arrives. So that tuning, and knowing that if you want it, you are it. Like, you wouldn't want it if it's not who you are. God gives you those cravings to show you who you're here to be, what gifts you're here to share with others. Like, that's how it comes through. That is pure divine guidance. If you desire it, that's who you be, and that's what you're here to give. So that's number 2, is sort of tuning to that new identity. And the third thing, my most favorite thing, is visibility. And these days, I'm really equating visibility with vulnerability. Like the ability to show up and be imperfect and be real and be seen. And, you know, Brene Brown did such a beautiful job of like showing the world that vulnerability isn't a weakness, it's a strength, and really sort of leaning into that as the path of growth, of evolution, of expansion. And I think that's always the cycle. And like when we come back to clarity, you know, what now do I want? Right? How can I redefine that identity, and how can I show up as that?
It's like that vulnerability will bring you clarity. Like, because then that's when you're letting go and you're letting yourself kind of, you know, be in that exposed space.
Right. And teaching people who you are now, because if you're not showing up, they're going back to who you used to be. If you're hiding at all, if you're hiding in your marriage, if you're hiding in your business, if you're hiding at work, if you're not showing up in your truth, then people are thinking they know you in this past way. And it is our job. We teach people how to treat us. It is our job to teach you who you are today, teach you who I am today. I'm different than I was yesterday. That mastermind group this morning changed me from yesterday. I'm a new version of myself today, and I can show up differently. And that non-attachment to the past and showing up as like, it's my responsibility to show you who I am.
This is big stuff. We're onto something really big, because where I see people slingshot backwards is they'll be vulnerable. They might put it out there. They might say like, this is who I am right now. And the feedback from their peeps is, that's not who you are. They'll get pushed back. They'll be like, no, you know, we want you to be the old version. We don't like this new version. Right. Can you talk to how you help people to work through that?
It's so interesting to navigate. Like, every once in a while, I'll get a coaching client who is from that sort of substance abuse background, right? They get referred to me from the treatment center I worked at. And in that, I'm going to use an example of this because I have this kid. I just adore him right now. He's like, he's so in approval seeking mode because of the damage he did to his, you know, all the chaos he created in his family with his addiction. He's so in that, I'm sober and now I have to really earn back their love and their trust and their faith. So every decision needs to be for them and not myself. And it's so fascinating to watch him sort of decipher like what's for them and what's for me. And, you know, I think it's hard because we do get joy from people pleasing. We do feel happy when we make others happy, but there's a different sense of fulfillment when we are true to ourselves and what we're being intuitively guided to, and let people, and possibly risk disappointing people. It's a different feeling. And that's when we really navigate, you know, from that inner North Star, right? As Martha Beck would say. And it's just a completely different feeling when we're like doing it. And I did this for a really long time. Like, I think half of my photography career was just proving that I was something. I was an artist. I was valuable. I was creative. Like, see me, I'm special. Like, I'm worthy of love. And then somewhere along the way, really with coaching, really, because it helped me, you do your own work, you know, as you're coaching others to really own their power. I started doing it for that relationship with myself solely. Like, I really genuinely feel like why I do the work that I do is to please myself first. Really. Like, there's a secondary benefit that it helps liberate people from their suffering, and it helps people feel, move on and create. And that's beautiful. But really, I love with the people I get to spend time with. I love doing the work that I do. And I'm totally unapologetic about that. Like, it's about my fun. It's about my pleasure. I'm allowed to like give that to myself first. And we need more walking examples of that. We need more women role modeling that it's like, okay to create a lifestyle that's fun and free. Like, that's allowed.
I really love everything that you're saying. And I think I also would like you to kind of like go to that dark side too, because like, even though like people will come back and say like, how can you love yourself first? Like, aren't you supposed to be of service? Aren't you supposed to be serving and put yourself last? And I think in spiritual businesses, that's the tendency, right?
Yeah. And
to overgive,
overgive, yes.
overserve, right? To your depletion.
And that it's good to give, but not to receive. Like, we all, I grew up Catholic. Like, I was definitely taught it's better to give than receive. Don't be selfish, put others first, self-sacrifice. Like, that was a clear thing of what I was supposed to believe. Right. And, it's still a work, right? It still definitely feels safer to give than to receive at times. Right. But I do know that on a soul level, that we're all connected, that I'm connected to you, that we're all energy, and that there's no difference with you receiving and me receiving, like that we're both worthy. And there is a new chapter where I feel on a planet, we're all being asked to just love and care for ourselves only. Like, we really are. We're being asked to stop trying to fix all the external problems of the world and just focus on self-care. Because if the entire world just learns to love themselves and care for them, we'll be healed. That's it. So we need people giving other people permission to let everyone else go, let them all go to their own work. And what do you need? It's okay to just give to yourself right now. And a lot of people, I'm seeing it, like a lot of people are like, I don't feel like working right now, or I want to just like pull the covers up and I just don't even want to help people right now. And it's like, yeah, that's okay. Like, you're being called to hold space for yourself and to really, really come into your own alignment and work on only your frequency and not.
And I love that you actually did that. You actually, during the pandemic, because you had a big trip planned first. Let's tell everybody your big trip that you had planned.
Yeah, I was going to go walk the Camino in Spain. I was going to go walk for 500 miles. It's the way of St. James. It's the way of forgiveness. And I was really inspired by one of my spiritual teachers, Sonia Choquette, who's walked it twice. And her books and some friends I had in her circle had walked it, and it was life-changing. So I felt really called, really inspired to have this solo trip where I'm going to heal myself from the inside out. And then with COVID, it got canceled. So it definitely, I asked to be doing surrender work. I asked to be doing forgiveness work, and it came just the same. I definitely had some moments, through COVID, where I was like crying my eyes out in my hot tub, just saying, take this from me, I surrender this, or just deeply grieving something so old, I don't even know if it's mine. Like, just really giving it up, because I feel like that's the work right now for all of us. Like, just feel what's coming up. It's trying to come up and out of you. It's not trying to stay anymore. It's trying to be released. Just let yourself feel it and know life is doing for you. Life is healing for you. You don't really have to do anything. You just have to be willing to surrender it. Surrender the story, surrender the pain, surrender it. And like, stop focusing on what everyone else needs. We're not going to get there that way.
Well, I think that was the other message with the pandemic was, you have to stay home, right? Like, so all of a sudden there's this like, you don't go out, you're not like hanging out, you're not really working, you have to take care of your own personal needs. You have to make sure that you're safe. You have to wear your mask, right? And isn't this the old saying, like, if you're on an airplane and the plane's in trouble, you put your own oxygen mask on first before you help another. Now you literally have to do this. You have to help yourself first.
And I don't want to, I don't want to say that like that you're not being called to serve, because like, I know you, and I know a lot of women in our circle, we are deeply called to serve. Like, we know it's part of our calling to be teachers. We know it's like, we're here to like help this world heal. But I feel like in that time, I had a lot of judgment. You experienced it. I had a lot of judgment of myself that I didn't want to help people at all. But I feel like that if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be as helpful now as a non-helper. Like, I really don't, I genuinely think of coaching, it's so weird to say this, but like that I'm not really helping people, that I'm just giving them the space to be who they are, like fully claim it. Like, this is who you are. And the idea of helping anymore to me feels weird, because in it is like this weird story that they're not capable, that they're not able, they're not like fully, that's not who they are. And that doesn't feel true to me anymore. But at the time of COVID, when I was kind of going under and holding what I now see as like sacred space for myself, which you guys helped me see, I was doing a ton of comparison. Like, I've always been a leader. Why am I not able to lead right now? Why am I not showing up? Why am I not being visible? Like, this is what I teach. And it was so hard to still listen to my body that says, nope, we're just here. We're just going to be right here. No helping. Feel this, don't help. And that was like the best work for me. And I'm so grateful that I listened to it, as messy and ugly and uncomfortable as it was. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think I feel the same way. Like, there's great fear around, if I don't show up and serve, then, what's going to happen to my business? Will I be irrelevant? And that's always been like that kind of storyline for me. I don't want to be irrelevant, because that's my pain. I feel like I wasn't irrelevant to myself. And that wasn't, it was just a quiet time. It was just stillness and showing up when I was inspired, when I was led to show up, instead of showing up because that was the duty, or
because you're responsible for it.
Right. And no longer, right. That's no longer. And that's the purging, I think, that we're seeing in a lot of businesses and in our personal lives, right? Just staying with ourselves and loving our family members, and doing things that maybe we haven't done before, like me cleaning my house instead of having my cleaning lady. Yeah. So, and I totally appreciate my cleaning lady, but I'm also really appreciating cleaning my house, gritting my teeth while I'm doing. But when I'm doing it, then I feel like this sense of, oh, right.
Yeah, I feel like responsibility in general has really shifted for me. I was definitely felt over responsible for everyone and everything. Like, and that feels quiet right now. I feel like what I feel responsible right now is to talking to myself when I'm in an uncomfortable conversation and telling myself I'm safe. When I'm around negativity and talking about, you're safe, you're okay, you don't need to change anything, it's okay, they can be how they want to be. That's my responsibility. Like, taking care of my mood when my kids are when I'm super irritable, it's my responsibility. Like, that's mine to clean up, and saying to them, that's mine to clean up. Like, that's where I really feel like that's where my responsibility lies right now solely. And that's like cray cray. Like, that I have never felt like such non-attachment to responsibility for other people's work ever. And
yeah. Wow. It's excellent. Can you tell people like where they can find you and, come out and play with you?
So they can find me at highvibechick.com. And through that, my website, I offer coaching, I offer photography services, and I also have a radio show that they can listen to if they want, which is a monthly radio show. I also have my book for sale on there, which I co-authored with a whole bunch of high vibe chicks, called She Did It. And yeah.
I love that. She Did It.
Mm-hmm.
And tell us a little bit about that. Tell us about your She Did It.
Well, it was a collaboration. It was 20 women telling their stories of entrepreneurial success. And they were all super honest, real, vulnerable stories of how they got their businesses off the ground and how messy it can be. And, when I was writing that was a total re-identity. Like, I'd been working with you and I'm like, she's this amazing author and I'm not an author. I don't write. And then I got this opportunity, and I remember saying to someone, like, I would never write. Like, I could never do that. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, someone's like, hey, do you want to write for this book? And I was like, without even thinking, I was like, yes. yes, I do. And I'm like, who said that? But it was like such a great challenge. And I realized like, I'm not terrible at this. Like, I'm actually like pretty good at it. And it surprised me because I'm supposed to be writing about my business, which I did write a little bit about my business, but I really mostly wrote around releasing like the thing, relationships that didn't serve me and stories that didn't serve me, and the things that I had to be willing to radically clear from my life in order to rise. And that was really surprising for me because I thought I would just kind of talk about my evolution of my business, but really the evolution of my business was totally correlated to letting go of the heavy things in my life. And
So
that's
true. And so you were going to offer, you have a little free gift for everybody.
Yeah. Well, if anyone goes like, ding, 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 I need more of that, feel free to message me and we'll set up a call. And it's not salesy. I just want to know how I can help you. I have a couple different ways that I can support women to shine a little brighter and come out a little bit more.
Where do you want them to message you?
On Facebook,
okay.
On my page, High Vibe Chick, or my Stephanie Stanton.
Perfect.
Find me on Facebook. Yeah. Friend me.
Awesome. Awesome. So that total clarity, I love that we gave them some work to do, some journal work, and
yeah, I'm really wanting to know what people are saying that they actually are desiring underneath the trigger. I really am curious about that. So I'm going to look.
Let's see if our ladies that are on the live here with us want to share.
Like, I double dog dare you to be visible on what you're really wanting. That's under that trigger.
Susan, she's like, oh no.
She's like, no, I will not be visible. Susan, get out here.
Yeah, it's big stuff, right?
Stephanie and I did pair up in the Angel Healers.
Yes.
And we talked a little bit, and boy, did I have a connection with her. Mm-hmm. That's why I was excited, and I was telling everybody, you got to listen to her tonight. So I definitely recommend getting in touch with her.
Oh, you're sweet. I want to hear what you were really desiring.
Just to get the hell out of this house after COVID, I'm really going stir crazy.
Yeah.
But you guys,
and there's a lot.
They have it. You have it. In Florida. You're in Florida, so you're back into the big and hot and heavy.
And I'm high risk. I had a heart attack. Yeah. I have asthma. So my daughter does everything. Poor thing, but I don't go out. Mm-hmm. So. I'm journaling a lot. I'm doing the vision board.
I wonder if there's a middle ground, and I'm not saying of not going out and doing what you're doing. Like, there's something in between there.
Well, I'm really working on myself is what it is, since I had a whole different path in life, and then when Andy, my husband, died, it was like, oh no. So I'm kind of getting to know who I am. I'm working on me. Mm-hmm. So.
Right, because she had that identity of the couple, and now it's the identity of, Susan.
And a couple being 43 years. I mean, I was a teenager, so Here I am. I'm too old for this sometimes. I feel.
Who are you finding you are without him?
I haven't figured that out yet.
Oh, yeah, you are. Who are you finding you are without him?
No, really. I mean, I'm still the mother here. I'm the grandmother, Mm-hmm. I'm all that. I haven't gotten out yet. I haven't met friends down here, so that's what I'm kind of focusing on, my angels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your gifts, and really loving on your intuitive side. Like, you're so amazing.
I'm definitely more the intuitive.
Yes. I was going to say, like, hello, you're an angel healer. Like, that's fairly new, right?
Yes and no.
We're tuning to that new identity. We're tuning.
Exactly. And it's a lot, But I have Jeannie, who I love.
Yeah, and I'm so proud of you, because this is so, like, everything that you've done is self-love, and it's not something you ever were necessarily into. Like, you didn't take care of yourself that way, and you really are now.
And I was having fun. I mean, we were going to retire. We were having fun. We were silly. We were still those teenagers.
Right.
And now what?
Do you feel like it's safe to still have fun?
Oh, absolutely. I have fun all the time, and I'm truly blessed.
Yeah.
I moved here. I bought the home with my daughter. You know,
Mhm.
I thank God I'm here during this time because I don't mind sitting home.
Yeah.
You know, because I do have so much to do and I love it. So, you know, it's just the next step. You know, because I still have that board and I'm still like stuck, like moving forward.
Yeah. I think that's what it's, this time has done for a lot of people. It can bring a depression, it can bring a loneliness or a sadness, but keep leaning into the work that you're doing. And you see her, she's got her angels don't lie mug.
Water, water.
Keep leaning into that, like, because that's you loving on yourself is the most important thing. And that's exactly what Andy would want for you
And
is,
it is, I do feel selfish at times though.
yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yes.
Mhm.
And the ego, schmiego comes in.
Mm, yeah. How about you, Billy, dear?
I really, I have more of a question. If I could ask a question.
Yes,
Absolutely.
I'm so happy to see your face.
Good to see yours too.
Yeah.
So Stephanie, you talked about kind of during the pandemic, kind of being responsible, right? I think one of the hard things for me, I'm learning, but I'm curious to know your take, is when you have somebody in your inner circle who is someone who wants to move forward and desires to move forward, but is mad stuck.
Right.
How you manage that process, that relationship.
Right.
I'm learning how, thanks to Jeannie, I'm learning how not to get pulled down into the rabbit hole
Right.
with them.
Yeah.
But, you know, I am somebody who wants everybody to come with me. Come on, this is great stuff. I'm learning that not everybody's coming and it's okay.
Or not coming at the same time that you are.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts? Do you have any insight?
Yeah, I mean, for me, like I have to constantly remind myself that I am at my most influential the higher my frequency. Like one person in a high frequency is more influential than 1,000 that aren't. So that's my place of influence. If I join people in their story, in their suffering, if I lower my frequency to be with them, I used to think that's where you go. Just meet them where they are, right? And now I feel like I have to know the truth of them. And sometimes to keep that view of them, that they are whole, that they're capable, that they're fine, that they're all as well, I have to take space because maybe I can't have it right in my face because maybe that's a little too challenging. So that's where those boundaries come in, that little bit of space. But I'm not helping someone if I join them in their story, if I feel bad for them, if I feel pity for them, if I feel like that they're not capable, that they're not powerful. Because the truth is, we are hugely powerful, hugely, and our beliefs are creating a reality. So I have to, if I'm going to influence someone in a positive way, there can't be judgment. I can't go down and judge where they're at. And sometimes we don't think we're judging, but if we're uncomfortable with where they're at in life, there's an inherent judgment, right? If I'm uncomfortable with some situation that a person's dealing with, that I'm in some way reacting to, I'm judging that this should not be, right? I'm not accepting it. And that is lowering my frequency versus staying here knowing that this is on a soul level, what they're experiencing for their own growth, expansion, and freedom, right? There's something inherently life is working for them in some way, that there's opportunities every day for them to change and learn and grow. If I keep that perspective, and again, sometimes that needs me to not see them every day, like that's where it gives them an opportunity to come up and out of it. Like they are allowed to join me, but I refuse anymore to join them. And it's harder with family and friends. It's harder because we want that more for them. It's easier to be unbiased with our clients and that's easier, but it takes practice. But what I've been going to is talking to my inner child when I'm in that situation. So if I'm experiencing a family member struggling with their mental health or something uncomfortable, I'm literally inside of me going, Stephanie, you're safe. It's okay. I got you. You're okay. You're safe. They can be exactly how they are right now. You're safe. I'm literally affirming that to myself, soothing myself from the inside out, because I immediately can go into that fix-it mode, helper mode, upliftment mode, when really they just need my alignment. That's all they need. They need me to be solid in who I really am and the truth of who they really are. That's what is most influential. And if I go down, then we're both just in the muck and it's not helpful. So, but for me, it's really about making myself comfortable observing their discomfort.
I love that you're saying that, Stephanie, because that's that mirror work, right? Because they're mirroring that to you so you can see, like, no more judgment, no more playing small, and my opportunity to not only self-love, but then, you know those circle tubes on a boat that you can throw a life raft to somebody. That's your prayer. And that's where your true power lies, is if you see somebody in pain and playing small, you call on Archangel Gabriel to deliver the message, or Archangel Michael to surround them with love and light, because when they are ready, that light will be available, and that you've done your job now. Now you've changed your own old pathway of judging or thinking that they're not where you are.
Or it's mine to fix. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That big responsibility thing is huge for healers.
Mm-hmm.
Huge.
I listened to when Jeannie told us a story about when she released the cords from her sister.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some shifts. I won't call them huge, but I've seen some shifts since I've released the cord. It's bumpy, but it shifts, and more quiet and honesty from the person than in a long time. So one day at a time.
And that cord releasing, that that Twizzler thing isn't something that's done one time.
No, I do it. I do it. I've been doing it all the time. I have to because I absorb everybody's energy. So for this person, I've been doing it on a regular.
Yeah, and it's just
I'm sending love in place.
Exactly, and that's your life raft, and that's your responsibility only. I love what Stephanie said. I think when you stay present in your own vibration and you're like witnessing, you can just witness, and that's when God is like, no, like, it's okay. It's okay. That's big, and it's big to see it. And I love this is happening for you, Billy, because there's so many big things at once. Like, she shared just a text, and I'll just give that one little part of, like, because she's so talented and gifted in her ability to connect with spirit. She's like, I feel like I'm making it up. And I go, that's when that's when you're right. Because it feels like you've created this fun, vision, but that's how spirit is.
That's what it feels like that when I've been meditating. I'm like, well, I wanted to feel that, but then I'm like, in my mind, yes, but how did I feel? Like, I'm really learning to go in and feel and not use my brain, the scientific, well, you wanted to do that, or you wanted that, so. And I also started a gratitude journal. I try and journal every day, something. Nice. And that helps, but in this time,
Stephanie did that gratitude with me. Like, she was, I don't know when it was a couple of years ago. It was like 50 things that you're grateful for. And I was like, 50?
I just do a couple each day.
Yep. But when I did it, like, I would just do it. And afterwards I felt clean. I felt lighter, and it's really beautiful. Yeah.
Have you guys heard Nelson Mandela's quote about fear?
Our deepest fear.
No,
share it. Yeah.
Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Let me start over. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us.
That's actually Marianne Williamson wrote that.
No, it's actually is it?
It was his speech, but that's a Marianne
Williamson quote. Mm-hmm. but that when you were speaking, that's what I was hearing.
It is so much more comfortable with a low light for us. Like that's playing small and just being, that's so much more comfortable. It's like so uncomfortable to burst the lid off your own happiness and shine. Like I think later in the poem, it talks about like to be children of God. Like who are we to not shine and dance and play? Like we're children of God. And that is so uncomfortable for us to shine that bright. But really, like that is the biggest gift we could give to this world. We don't need any more miserable people. We don't need that. We need people who are happy unconditionally, that are taking full on personal responsibility for their own vibration, who are doing like extraordinary self-care. That's what we need. That's going to change everything.
Which is a hard place for a lot of people to get to in the world that we're in.
Right.
It's a hard place.
I really think that's why we're being given this sacred pause.
People will get there. That's what Ra Goddess calls it, sacred pause too. People will get there, but in their own
the only responsibility, like the more people that take responsibility for their vibrational rate, for the self-love and self-care, that's what's going to pass on, because we mirror that out, and that's what's going to change all of it. And so I agree on some level that it's hard, but it is not impossible. And and when you do it, and you like, listen, you actually posted something today, Billy, and I was like, I see you. Like it was the first time you have let the covers off, and it was just like, really, I could, like, that's what I see for people, like truth. And I was like, dang, girl's on fire.
It's funny because one of my professors from my graduate school, my MBA, when I went to Ohio State, he posted, I haven't responded to him yet, he posted something to the effect of, we need your voice. Mm. So I need to respond to him. I haven't responded yet, but
yeah. Of course.
You have a beautiful voice. I mean, you do.
That's amazing. Well, listen, I love where we're at, and I think this is right where we should leave it, Stephanie, because, you know, you have left so much for everybody to take and just bring into their life and hold on to. I'll give you one like last sentence of goodbye. Like, what do you have to say?
Oh, I don't even know right now. I just want to say, like, my heart feels so full just being with you and with your audience and all that. So thank you. What do I want to say? If I want one thing from all of you, it's just to lean into a trigger with someone you trust, please, because the only way out is through. And we just need you touching into that, because on the other side of it, you're gonna feel so liberated. So please just find the trigger, talk to someone you trust, someone like Jeannie, someone in your tribe that you can just surrender it to. Yeah.
I love that you call it a tribe.
Well, thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to sign up for Facebook. And you guys, you know what I know, because angels don't lie.
The truth, when she smiles at you, she'll say,